5 and the final of the 2025 ValueJet Cup. This preseason tournament that started with so much energy, and it's ending just the same way because we cannot tell you which team is going to be crowned champion. We cannot tell you how exactly this one is going to tilt. But today, it goes down onto the last game. So even result here affects the second result, but result at the last game affects the first result. So really, it's a day of twists and turns, and every goal, every save is going to be very important. So this is day 5, and the fixture we've got for you is Ikorodu City up against Rivers United. And to bring this game to you today, my name is Samuel Bam, should be Sammy Bam, and Victor Opone is here with me. Well, Vic, we've seen a lot of the action. It's day 5, it's the final. It comes down to this day. Every game is a crunch tie. What exactly are you expecting?
I'm expecting a beautiful day. They're filled with chaos. All of those things you get to see in football. And of course, those emotions as they run through each of the players and the technical crew, as well as the fans who are right here. We saw plenty of that yesterday, especially in the Southwest Derby between Shooting Stars and Remo Stars. Shooting Stars won. And of course, you would have to say more to be expected given it is the grand finale of this competition right here today. The players out there on the field after much of delay, but hey, we'll get on with it. And of course, we go with the flow and ensure that we get the best of this entertainment showpiece that we have right in front of us for today, Sammy.
We say a very big welcome as well to all of the viewers who are in the comment section. We apologize for the delay in the start of the game, but hey, we're here and we've got 3 blockbuster games for you. After this, we will have Remo Stars up against Abia Warriors, and to see out the day, we will have Kwara United and Shooting Stars. So, first game of the day, this is Ikorodu City and Rivers United. So we get underway here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikene, the final day of the 2025 ValueJet Cup. I'll bring to you the match lineups of the 2 teams today. Ikorodu City, who are attacking to our left in their yellow jerseys. Here's how they start. In goal is Michael Atata and Udo Gift and Ayomide, who's just returning after an injury picked up in match day 1. Will play on the right and left side of the defense. In the center is the same pairing of Gino Christian and Alfred Odinaka, who lost to Abia Warriors 2-0 yesterday. Midfield, Kelechi Ongwe in a double pivot alongside Rashid Owolabi, and just in front of them is the man who is the leading top scorer at this tournament, this edition, Oyedoku Tosi. And in front is the interesting winger, Joseph Arumala, Musa Malik, the young star, and the return of David Kapgat, who picked up a knock after the first goal in the 4-0 dubbing of Remo Stars. And on the bench, they've got fresh names, including Oladimeji Dada, the goalkeeper Derek Julu, Uche Ogbonaya as well. And Rivers United start with Osage Enusudumeya in goal. There's already a first booking, and that time for David, the striker of Ikorodu City. Well, in the defense is left and right side of the defensive half, Elias Ochobi and Isaac Ano. Thempo Emekai plays alongside Boluwaji David. Amaka Anthony in front of the defenders. And then there's going to be Shea Oguntayo as well as Falulu Wasiu in the midfield up front. Anyeka Okon, Timothy Zechariah and Ubong Friday. And on the bench, Asimaka Duke sees a space there inside Chinedu Sunday, Emmanuel Onaji and Obi Sansa. So it's a strong lineup that these two sides have listed today. You can understand why. It's the final day. Everyone wants to finish on a high. A win for both sides here can possibly put them in the position to win the 2025 ValueJet Cup.
Well, aside that, also it's well, I will say the penultimate week of pre-season before we actually talk about the season itself. So all we have tried and tested, you expect that they've gotten enough pointers to who's going to start the season with them and who is going to be missing, in the starting lineup for the first few weeks of action, given the preparations that the gaffers have actually lined up ever since. But then it's just about 3 minutes, and we've had quite a number of, fouls. Fouls have been the order of the day, and of course, there's a yellow card already on board.
Well, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. You know how we do it. Now, Sabi, how we do them now. Let's hear your thoughts. How do you think this one is going to pan out? But before then, let me give you all of the permits can most likely end in the competition today. First of all, here's how the table stands. At the top of the table is Kwara United with 7 points. All teams have played 4 games, so Kwara United with 7 points and a positive goal difference of +1. Ikorodu City with 6 points, second, and +2 in goal difference. Abia Warriors 6 points, +2 in goal difference. Ikorodu City just having scored more, and Abia Warriors considering lesser. Fourth is Rivers United 5 points, +1. Shooting Stars are fifth, -5. So we have Ikorodu City playing Rivers now. Next game Remo Abia, and then final one Kwara Shooting. So a win for Kwara United in the last game of the day puts them as champions. A win for Ikorodu City now, and Kwara United picking up any other result but a win. That's if they lose, if Kwara lose or draw, and Ikorodu City win, they'll be champion. If Ikorodu City draw and Kwara United lose, Ikorodu City gets to be champions. That's the top 3 permutation first. Now, if Abia Warriors win and either of Ikorodu City and Kwara United fail to win, even if it's a draw that they pick up, and Abia Warriors win against Remo Stars, Abia Warriors will be champions of the competition, and they play in the second game. So permutations are really, really alive. If Rivers United win now against Ikorodu City, and Kwara United and Abia Warriors fail to win, well, guess what? Rivers United will be crowned champions. So any of those top 4 really can still be crowned champions. Well, Shooting Stars can also win. They've got 4 points, but they will need to, first of all, win against Kwara and hope that Ikorodu City don't win, hope that Abia Warriors don't win, and also have to win by a margin of at least 3 goals against Kwara United. So, I mean, the permutation might be tougher for them, but hey, the chances are with the first 4 teams, and they play in the first 2 games. So, guys, in the comment section, drop your thoughts. How do you think this match will pan out, and who do you think will be crowned champion of the competition today? I mean, Vic, so many permutations.
Well, crazy permutations out there, but some Ikorodu City fans are already like, maybe we shall play good football. Yeah, maybe it's about participation. Maybe it's about participation after all. Just maybe. But of course, we don't want disruption constantly in the game. We want beautiful football. We want a full flow of football right here, and that's what we are eager to see on final match day. We know it comes with a lot of emotions. We know it comes with a lot of pressure right there for many of them. Especially seeing that, the whole stage is quite open now, and anybody could have a snag at it and get a chance to win. But it is what it is. They have to actually ensure that they are putting a good shift at that, and give us beautiful football.
Here's Ikorodu City with a free kick. Tosin sends it into the box. Osagi is there, gets a punch to it. Rivers United looking to clear the lines. They come forward now, bonded forward, looking for the run of Ubong, who wins possession and somehow plays it forward. And that diagonal pass is out of play for a throw-in. Odinaka in possession for Ikorodu City. Malik Christian. Aromala's pass is caught out. Isaacano. Crossfield ball. And first forward for Ubunk Friday. He's got players running into the box. First all the way back. And all the way to Osage in goal. And closing them down in Ikorodu City. And forcing a throw in deep in that half. Trying to Rivers United, but deep in their own half. Checking your comments. Make this boy sharp play good football. Sale Kutushi picks a hawk, says Ikorodu is winning this. But that guy, Falaliwasu, is an amazing prospect. Looking forward to see him play against his elder brother. Mohamed Shuaibu says Ikorodu City is winning the cup. Sale Kutushi, it's not about participation. No, we will win. And shooting we win. Oh, draw. Oladibo will say this match will be draw. Kwara will win against shooting. And, well, what that means is Kwara will be champions. Laughing Guy says, since today is the last day for the league formato, why didn't they play the game simultaneously? Well, the facility to do that is not available to have all the games played simultaneously. So, initially the idea was to see which team is going to peel away from the others in the title. I mean, if Ikorodu City had won yesterday, this match would have been the last game of the day, because Ikorodu City will be on 9 points and they will be the likely champions. It would have been the last game, so that facility not available, and everybody just have to play and wait and see what the other result is. And this is also pre-season. At the same time, we can't stream all 3 matches at the same time, so we just have to pick our eggs rightly. Ugochukwu Mark says rooting for Ikorodu City. Adekunle Adewale says, who's Ikorodu City coach? That's Ali Kandil. Adewale Olani says Ogaba is to win, likewise Remo and shooting. Well, if that happens, Ikorodu City picks the title. Well, we shall see which permutation is going to come at the end. Free kick to Rivers United. Well, the league starts next week, and this might be the last preseason game for all of these clubs. They might go into close camping and maybe play some more lower range of friendlies, but they will be careful not to play too difficult. A game that's not too difficult, so they don't risk having injuries before the start of the season. It's more of a period where they need to now go and focus and sort out their tactical approach for the new season. I mean, by that time, you should have had all your signings done. Rivers United are looking to create something at the left-hand side. And first all the way back, and it goes out for a goal kick. So, yes, it's a period where tactical approaches will not begin to play on in the camps of these teams.
Well, at least 70% of what you're trying to achieve should be achieved already. That's the thing, really. Well, the goalkeeper is down, and that's not a good look. That's not a good look, because he's had to take off his gloves and try and see what happened. But play left side. I mean, quite a while ago. So you would be wondering what exactly happened to him.
Well, the ice pack on his ankle might suggest maybe a sprain at some point in the game. And they hope it's nothing too serious. Oh, local boy replies to the Ikorodu City fans, say, make una dey play. Oh. We, Remo and Tracy, know they win anything today, so una no go win this cup. And Oladigbo Sheon says, kudos guys, the organizer has done a great job. Proud of you. Thank you very much, Sheon David. Thank you. Well, let me give you the starting lineup again because I see a host of the fans on the comment section are requesting for it. Seems like they missed that too. For Rivers United is Osage Onisodumea in goal. Isaac Kano right back, Elias Ochobi left back, Tempo Emekai and Buluwaji David in the center of defense. Amaka Anthony in the midfield in front of the defenders. Falalu Wasiu and Sheyi Ogunsayo in the midfield as well. And Timothy Zachariah and Iyekeme Okon up front of the wings. And leading the attack is Ubong Friday. For Ikorodu City, Michael Atata in goal. Udo Gift right back. Ayomide Abaton left back. He returns after injury on match day 1. The midfield trio is Kelechi Onwe, Rashido Wolabi, and Tosin Oyedokun, who is the top scorer in this competition and one of only 2 players to have had a brace in the competition. Also scored the fastest goal, Oyedokun. And in attack is the young Musa Malik. On the other side, enterprising Joseph Arumala, and leading the attack is David Kabgat, who picked up an injury after in that defeat for new dubbing of Remo Stars. So there you have it. Free kick to Ikorodu City now. They've got 2 standing over it. Left back, Ayomide Abaton, as Arumala now leaves the scene. Cross comes in, and header from Christian, just floating into the air, not going to trouble the goalkeeper. Temple for Rivers United. To the right, Isaac Ano. Back to Temple. Good pass to the right, looking for Zachariah. And he just find a way through. Mark Anthony. His pass is blocked. Referee will give that one for a handball. Free kick to Rivers United. Isaac now standing over it. He's got support if he needs it in the form of Iyekeme Okon. So it's going to be Isaac Anna to send the ball into the box. Cross comes in, is good into that center. Michael comes out, gets a hand to it, and follows up to pick up the loose ball. The Ikorodu City goalkeeper. He's had quite a number of games in the competition this edition. You have a feeling he's going to be one of the faces we will see in the competition for Ikorodu City in goal. Christian's ball forward. It's blocked. Not a play for a throw-in. Well, this has not been the electric and very fluid Ikorodu City side we've seen for most part of the competition. And somehow they feel like they haven't gotten into their stride today. Maybe something is missing, but this has been their best pairing that has produced the best result in the competition.
Well, you talk about Ikorodu City, you talk about those pairings and how they move the transitions. You know, yesterday we were talking about how some teams were not working because a large percentage of those in the squad, that started that game were not a part of the regular faces. And of course, we want to see something better from them. A fluid movement, trying to settle in the game. Has been about 17 minutes and they've not really gotten their stride. You expect more from the likes of Joseph. Tosin, the captain of the side, it looks like he's trying to marshal, but things have not really been clicking for them. Maybe it's the opponents they're playing. You talk about Rivers United, and they have been involved in, well, some encounters have gone in similar fashion with the constant disruption of play, almost ending in draws. And it took that brilliant strike from Toib Kidado, the former Ikorodu City man, to actually ensure that the game wasn't a draw yesterday. Beautiful strike that is, and reminiscing on that, it was quite great to see him make that run, and dink that over the goalkeeper into the back of the net. And maybe someone will try something similar that would actually gladden the hearts of many of the fans who were keenly watching. Then, of course, test games, test competitions, preseason games, they come like this sometimes, and you expect, the teams to, fine tune whatever is left to actually get on with the goals.
And both teams just giving away possession to one another, quite eager. Long ball for Michael. Possession Rivers United on that left hand side. Ubang's running into space, pass caught out. Rivers still in possession. They come back to Amaka, and he's lost possession. Here they come, Ikorodu City ball forward. The flag stays down. Michael couldn't get to a good defending from Boluaji. And back into the goalkeeper in a tight space. Ikorodu City. What a miss that was from Musa Malik. I think he hurried that one a little too much. He had time to face goal, and that easily could have been the first goal of the game. And Rivers United caught in dreamland, playing from behind.
Well, quite a close shave, rather. You saw the run into the channel and that pass. I wonder what the goalkeeper was thinking. Look at that. There was not some, the weight on it was small, and look at where he goes into. I think the attacker should be doing better in that position. He had all the advantage in the world to get beyond the goalkeeper, who actually would be careful in that particular moment. It's enough work to be done, and if you want to play out from the back, you must ensure that you have the personnel to do that. You must ensure that all the players are locked in and trying to get that done. And I think really the individual who is the biggest culprit right here is the goalkeeper, because the first touch was too heavy from him, and then he miscued his control in the later moment, and went to the boots of that player from Ikorodu City, who ended up tapping it inches wide.
Rivers United are still trying to create something. Michael puts it clear. Kelechi. Yeah. Decides to go with the lob over the player and then makes it too high for himself to return. Chester raises his foot high. Well, he surely doesn't catch a cone, but definitely right call from the penalty. From the referee, I beg your pardon. Saleh Kutushi says Malik should be calming down in front of goal. We get punished when we don't take our chances. Adewale Olani says General Tosin Oyedoku Sabi Bola. And Abrazak Duridin says hope other matches are still on, Sha, because I want to see my boy Gift celebrate with the cup after this match. Well, yes, other matches will still be on. If Ikorodu City get to win this game, well, they will have to wait for the final game to see what the result will be, and if they will get their hands on the trophy. Adewale says Malik, suppose don't give Oga Boys the leading goal. Rivers United are the ones coming forward. Great passing behind the defense. It's headed out by Alfred. Encourages to come forward. Malik cuts back, looking for that diagonal pass. Doesn't find it. Rashid then turns a little too much and turns into trouble. Rivers United coming forward. They give away possession as well, but they get it back. Here they come, Okun. Omaka. Outside to Okun again. Plays with Isaac Arno. Drives in field. Give and go with Omaka, and this cross comes off the body of Junior Christian for a corner kick to Rivers United.
You wonder how Rivers United can pull moves like this, and they actually do not show us that much consistently. There's a lot of questions about how they want to go about their game. But then, of course, looking at the combination play that they have been able to pull, those positional games, and of course the dynamism that they can actually channel in central spaces, especially with players like Falulu, it's quite something that we do not see it very often. You want so much more from them. you demand so much more from them as a fan, knowing their history, knowing what they've done on the continent. And you think for a team preparing for the continent this time, you would want them to actually pull more strings than they have been pulling, especially in the final third.
Well, they will come with a corner kick first. Rivers United. I know, lovely skill to turn. Just down the line. Cross comes in front of the defense. And Ikorodu City able to clear the lines. And Rivers United coming forward again. Here's Omaka Anthony. Good diagonal pass to Isaac Ano. In behind that defense now. Cross comes in. Rivers United setting it up for themselves. And out of play for a goal kick. Not the cleanest of contacts. At that time, coming from the boot of ValueJet. Rivers United gradually being dangerous. And that's why Sally Kitishi says, I love how Rivers United play on their day. Yes, it's just a testament to what Rivers United, what Victor said earlier. And sometimes they can just show that quality. And on a good day for them, they probably would have gotten a goal already. Ayomide, Christian, goalkeeper Michael, and Olufemi says kudos to ValueJet for putting up this wonderful preseason competition to prepare these clubs for the next season, especially the 4 clubs representing Nigeria at the continental competitions. That's absolutely correct. Thank you very much for that. And I see Ogochukwu Mark says, nice commentary. Thank you very much, Mark. And Barnabas Daniel says, good coverage and commentary. Thank you very much, Barnabas. Robert Big Stepper says, Rivers for the win. Okay. What is your match prediction, guys? Drop your scoreline prediction for this game. What's the scoreline going to be? Goalless, Rivers win. What's the scoreline? Ikorodu City win. What's the scoreline going to be? Let's see your thoughts in the comment section. Michael. Odinaka. Forced to go back to the goalkeeper. Michael. Now goes long. Not able to get past Boluwaji. Omaka to Osage in goal. And Ikorodu City just looking to close down those passing channels, but they find a way to bring the ball out wide. And out of play for throwing to Rivers United. Isaac, who played with Sports Lagos 2 seasons ago. Christian puts it out of play for another throw. This time in the final third of Ikorodu City. Throw comes in. Great touch by Okon. He's pulled back. And it's going to be a free kick to Rivers United. Kelechi just giving away that foul there. Good skill really by Okon.
The diminutive forward is one who can produce the magnificent, the unthinkable. You just want deft touch. You can see the Rivers United, they have players who are adept at actually giving us deft touches all around the pitch. You wonder why, sometimes the games look like it's going to be ending in the draft.
Well, that one already had gone out of play before the header sent it back to the center of the 6-yard box. Odinaka. Oh, Ikorodu City give it away. Should be the first goal. It is the first goal. Terrible passing from behind. And look at that. We always say it. Timothy Zachariah elects not to celebrate against his former club. And give away Ikorodu City. Zachariah celebrates. Actually, with the hands in the air.
Man, look at that. How did they give that away? Worries, a shaking of heads around here. And look at the build-up right here. He should be doing better. What was that? It was too casual in his approach. What was he thinking, the defender? He had better chances. He had chances to do it better. And look what he chose to do. The pressing was there. The man coming off. And there he turned into the wrong channel. The pass was too low. And there was a man waiting. Man, it's a sad one for the goalkeeper, who was unfortunate in this circumstance because he had done his job well. And look at what's happening again. Look at that. He stunned. And this time the pass came in, but not without putting the goalkeeper in some sort of pressure.
Well, now Rivers United know that when they put them under pressure, they can crack. So they will now press a lot higher and force Ikorodu City to committing errors when they play out from the back. Free kick, Ikorodu City taking fast. Christian. Malik. Kelechi. Odinaka, who will not be needing to make up for that error, and we'll be hoping that that costly mistake is not what holds the last straw in the game. And here is the game put under pressure by two defenders, but two attackers, but finds a way to find the goalkeeper. Now Michael, cross-wheel pass, and poor control. Doesn't get to it by Yomide. And the Kitty local boy says, Odinaka, thank you so much. Salikutushi says, different days, same defensive errors. And Abdul Razak Nuruddin says 1-2 that Ikorodu City will win 2-1. Adedeji Adeo Oyinkosolami says, good morning from Shooting Stars Queen. Shooting Stars people. Now welcome. Adewale Onani say defensive errors. Not the same error. The same error the player committed in Chant. Leonard is with Remo Stars, so you might want to debate that. But here they come forward again. Ikorodu City, too heavy to push by Arumala. And somehow Ikorodu City are just not picking the balls and their passes are not clicking. Everything is falling kindly for Rivers United. Karim Ademola. Odinaka. Flag will certainly go up. And yes, it does go up. Here's Rivers United coming forward on the left. Forced back. Ochobi drives inside and finds Omaka. Temple. Isaacano. Omaka. Good reverse pass. Here they come forward now. Isaacano on the right. Chance to deliver a good cross. And it comes off the arm of the defender. Penalty to Rivers United. The day is about to go from bad to worse for the Yoga boys. Off the arm. And it's going to be a penalty. Referee doesn't hesitate to point to the spot. And what a day. What a day that they are having.
Well, you look at that. You look at how is his arm extended. How is his arm extended inside the box while trying to block a cross? Questions right there. You got the transition from Rivers United and how they've gone about the business ever since they got in the ascendancy. They're not letting off the hook. Ikorodu City, and you ask questions right there. The defenders now suspects in different situations.
Ubung Friday with the responsibility of delivering this one, and he scores. Ubung Friday puts Rivers United 2-0 up, and how quickly one goal can turn to two. And well, Rivers United now can dream because they've got themselves huge points now on the board. It is 2-0, and Ubung Friday to the rescue.
Well, you look at how he put the ball beyond the goalkeeper, calmly into the back of the net. Beautiful moments right there for Rivers United, doubling the lead from the penalty spot. And it looks like they will go on and on from here. For a team that only picked up their first win just the other day, it is quite something. And yesterday, you look at how they played, and you would ask, how have they come into this one and beating one of the most exciting sides in the ValueJet competition? And it's looking like they have not even gotten into second gear for this particular game.
Oh, terrible defending, you have to say, from Ayomide Abata, who just returned after the first game at the ValueJet Cup. Picked up a knock there. Had his arm extended in the box, almost so casually. And for a team that is struggling to click into jail, it's definitely a terrible thing to have your defenders committing blunders.
Well, Sammy, now this is the interesting thing about Rivers United. Their very first win in this competition has sent them through to 5 points. It was actually one off of goalkeeper errors against Shooting Stars. And you look at how culpable they were in that position. Now you're asking questions. How have Ikorodu City gone ahead to repeat the same mistakes? It is quite something actually, looking at the runs, the movements, and the sensibility of both defenders in this situation, and how worrisome it will be for them coming through right there, to get something. But then there's a chance from the corner.
Corner kick. If they can have the deficit in the first half, they can still have a chance. Cross into the box is too heavy, and the header out by Odinaka. Here's how it stands on the table right now. Rivers United go top with 8 points and +3. And what that means is, if Kwara United fail to win, and Abia Warriors also fail to win, Rivers United will be crowned champions. But that's just the dynamics that can change very quickly in the second game. Rivers United come forward. Too many gaps in the half of Ikorodu City. Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. And everybody saying, oh well. Sari Kutushi says, see players will want to take execute lead. And Aladi Boshun says, set on Leonard, please. Mohamed Shaibu says, see the way this one go mark for box 18. And congratulations to Rivers United. Well, don't be too fast. And Hekiti Boy says, who don't go vex Rivers United today? I beg you, now then be our first league match next week. Well, with the way Ikorodu City are playing, it is very easy very, very easy to not concede against them. I mean, just stay your ground in defense, really, and you won't be bothered. Possession, Rivers United. Christian gets a foot to it. Amaka, pass cut out by Kelechi, and turns back into his own goal. And that has to be the problem for Ikorodu City. They don't advance as much as they should. Anytime they pick the ball around this half spaces in the middle, they just turn back again. And rather than progress and look to create something, they just come back and just want to pass the ball around. 40 minutes of action. Free kick, Rivers United.
Now, it's the thing about Rivers United. A lot of times they do not allow you get back in the game. They're happy to control the rhythm of the game with different tools right there, really. And at the end of the day, you almost get frustrated.
Goal kick to Ikorodu City. A free kick to Ikorodu City in a promising position, and the referee shows a booking to Rivers United Temple. Just stopping the flow of the game there. Oh, Rivers United might have two up, but it certainly is not done and dusted, because that's what one goal can do for you. A goal for Ikorodu City before the break definitely lifts your spirit, or immediately after the break, but hey, a goal for Rivers United as well can kill everything off. With a free kick in a good position, if they can get it up and down over the wall quickly as possible with good pace as well. But they will debate how they want to play it. The players leaving. Arumala standing over it alongside Rashid Owolabi. Then there's the captain, Tosin, to provide an option from the other foot. Rashid leaves it. And Udo Gift comes in. Seems to be something from the training ground. Oh. Udo Gift leaves it. Arumala bends it off the crossbar and out. Oh, what a good hit that was. Just unlucky.
Well, that move was quite exquisite. Look at that run again and see how he gets to move over it, moving in tandem. And the defender had no choice. The world would have to actually wait to see what they were trying to cook in that moment. But then they almost got the delicacy right from the kitchen. And Joseph has had quite a tournament, really. And he's one that you would want to watch out for in the season.
He's not burst into life in the game today. In fact, you can say the old Ikorodu City team haven't sprung to life in this game. We've not seen the quality we know of all of these guys. Kelechi. And gives away a free kick.
Sammy, you notice the difference now. Ever since the first mistake from Hautinaka, the defender, you would notice that Rivers United have been pressing with the forward press of four men in a coordinated attack, going at you as you try to recycle the ball from that defensive position and transition down to the midfield. And of course, Ikorodu City, well, they've beaten the press quite a number of times, but they need to do better so they make it happen as quick as possible and not have loose balls right on the end of that.
A player down in the 45th minute for Rivers United. Well, 45 minutes now. Left to be seen how much stoppages there will be. Joshua gets a free kick. Joseph Aruma. Free kick taken and given away. A referee just helping them to bring it back. Really careless. Oh, this is where you feel they need some talking to. And the halftime team talk is going to be very positive for Rivers United. Tosi. Joseph. Gift. There's Joseph, closed down by 2. And homework certainly done, but Tosi has space now to shoot, but he's left to pass into David, who couldn't control. And that one just goes to Rivers United goalkeeper, who milk out the time for this first half. It was the first time they've played any intricate passing behind the lines. Ikorodu City. Free kick, Ikorodu City. Seemed to have been a stomping from Sheyi Oguntayo on Gift. And tempers just flaring. It's just like they say, an hungry man is an angry man. And at this point in time, Ikorodu City are down, so they're definitely hungry and angry.
Well, Sammy, they are frustrated, and of course, at this moment might just lead to something else. But then, of course, you talk about the work being done by Ikorodu City, and how they have been, trying those moves, and it's been failing. Reminds me of the attacker who started the game yesterday, Ali, and he barely got the job done. There is David again, and it looks like this David is quite afraid of the Goliath in front of him. because of the way he miscued that control. He could have done better on that, especially when he was in the right space. He was free in the channel, and he could have just had a quick turn on it and stuck the ball in the back of the net. But perhaps something else was working in his mind. And these are those moments that really count for teams, especially when there are fine margins between them and losing.
Well, 3 minutes of additional time gone. And this should be the last. And lovely ball into the box. Just missing the goal by a few meters. And brilliant ball that beats the entire defense of Ikorodu City. And even the goalkeeper was beaten.
When you look at that quick drop off the shoulder, he spotted that run into the box. And what was the man doing, allowing him run free at goal like that? You look at that and you say he needs to do a better job at handling his man. Okon, yes, he's one with the ability to pull out the uncanny, but I mean, look at that.
Well, Ayomide should be doing better. Saw the run of the man and delayed still. He's the one culpable for that foul that cost the second goal, and really in a haste, Musa Malik there to just turn and shoot. That's the second time. Well, it's half-time here. Well, they can go back and get some lectures to their League 2 mindset, if you want to put it that way, to their young mindset, I should say. And Rivers United have shown that they are elders at this point in time. 2 goals. And the first from Timothy Zachariah, then the penalty from Ubang Friday. And as it stands, it's Rivers United 2, Ikorodu City 0 at the break. Second half action back here at the Remstar Stadium, the first game of the final day of the 2025 ValueJet preseason tournament. No changes for these two sides, as you were is the case. And we're hoping that it's the talking to from the coaches at halftime that will do the trick. Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. A goal for Rivers United here damages everything that has been said in the team talk for Ikorodu City. Well, however, if they can get a goal back in the first 10-15 minutes of this half, then Ikorodu City can dream. Rivers United player down already at the start of this half. Elias Ochobi. Oh, some problem for Elias. Let's hear what you have to say in the comment section as the second half gets back underway. Nice game, says Adewale Olani. Well, do you think there will be a comeback in this game? Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Ikorodu City will come back to maybe get a draw in this game? Or maybe even win? Do you think Rivers United are going to run away with it? Free kick, Ikorodu City. And it's going to be the left back, Abato Ayomide, to deliver. Well, he's left it now for Gift. So it's going to be an out winger. Goalkeeper watching closely. Crosses blocked by the first man as Arumala goes down. And Ikorodu City still piling up the pressure and not wanting them to come out of their half. Arumala turns, looking for support. Finds it in Gift. Give and go. Arumala's cross comes in, headed out for a throw into Ikorodu City. Oh, that's how you expect them to start the half, with intensity and a lot of intent. Gift. It's going to be a long throw. Oh, he changes his mind, goes short. Rashid, cross comes in and all the way to the back post. And another cross, goalkeeper sees it and comes out together.
Well, Sam, you look at Joseph so far in this game. He's actually shown his versatility. He's actually drifted and moved, into different positions in this game. Sometimes occupying central positions, and you would expect that it would be a good fruit for him, maybe finally in the end. For attackers like that, they like to roam, move around, try to get a chance to snap at chances and maybe cook something for the team. And of course, he has to actually have a good understanding and a great telepathy with his, all the forwards right there as they try to build something on either flank. Maybe in the central spaces also. But then he has to come with, deft touches and incisive passes. You have to come with some great precision right there, which is one of the things lacking in the final third right there for Ikorodu City.
Here they come forward on the right. Chance to send a cross. Only one in the box. The cross is really heavy. Just like we had in the game yesterday, and we complained that the deliveries from the right back give to the left back, John Matthew, were terrible, and today, that's another one from Gift.
It's not good enough. In positions like this, your delivery must consistently be good. At least, if you're not gonna get it to the right man, then you should actually have something that would force the defenders into some errors right there. But Rivers United have not really broken sweat, trying to defend some of those crosses. And it's worrisome for Kandil and his technical crew, because it's going to be a hard day's job trying to defend some of these actions or correct some of the things that we've seen on the pitch so far. Because some of these players have shown that they can actually produce so much more. So you would ask the question, what exactly is happening with them?
Oh, for a team that had a lot of goals from the wings, making use of the fullbacks and their crosses, or not having fullbacks who can deliver the exact same crosses of Harrison Uzondu or Wali Ojeto, is going to be a big problem for the side. Corner kick to Ikorodu City. Wali now with the team Hapoel Jerusalem in Israel, and Austin currently with the Chan team, and you have a feeling more and more international appearances might take him away from regular appearances at the club, and who knows, maybe even get to leave the club at some point. Cross comes in straight at the goalkeeper. And here's Rivers United with a big chance. Chance for a cross. It comes in. And just a little too heavy. That was a chance to put this game beyond the reach of the Oga boys. And you could just see Michael Atata there, trying to be clever.
Well, you saw the movement, and one thing was ringing in my head. I just slide, try and slide. Maybe if you had sliding, you could have buried something. You look at that run, I think we might just want to have a glimpse of that again.
Ikorodu City come forward first. Good pass in behind the defense. A gift to the can't get to it. Yeah, just to relieve that moment again. Good build up from Rivers United.
You look at that, the passing, and look at how they've beaten them into space. It's quite something. And look at that, slide. It was ringing in my head, slide. I mean, that position, you give it your whole. You just keep running. Your legs might not carry you as far as sliding could, especially on the top like this. But then, maybe he was worried about his skin.
And Ikorodu City are just becoming increasingly porous in defense as they throw bodies forward in search of a comeback. Tosi bringing the ball forward for Ikorodu City. And again that passing behind for Gift. Here they come forward. Tosi. Kelechi. Oh, Rashid. What a pass. Forces the defender to back. And the way they throw in nonetheless. Well, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Share the link. Second half is underway. And Rivers United almost got the third goal. So you do not want to miss the action. Joseph. Out to the left. Abata. Cross. Finds Tosi in good space at the edge of the box. Sets up Rashid. And his side-footed finish is absolutely abysmal. Oh, not going to trouble the goalkeeper at all. Yellow card to Rivers United goalkeeper Osage for time wasting. Goal kick. Played long. Header from Gift. Kelechi loses possession, out of play for a throw to Ikorodu City. And another throw closer to the half of Rivers United. Closer to the goal of Rivers United. Malik loses possession. Rivers United now playing out from the back. Good football. And they lose out. And chance for Ikorodu City, sets up for Tosi. And he gets it past the goalkeeper. The flag. Referee goes, points to the spot. The flag on the assistant indicates that the ball has crossed the line. And it was shaky. But they get it nonetheless. We'll have another look at that. You have to commend the rumor that Rivers United are protesting the decision and pointing to the fans at the back of the post and saying to ask them, but hey, just some protests from Omaka, Anthony, Tempo, Mekai as well, and even at the linesman, we might have consultations. I'll just have another look at that. Gift, a rumor out to Chelsea, who clearly was onside. Defender trying to avoid him, past the goalkeeper. Well, this angle doesn't let us know if it passed the line or not. Well, the referee did not make that decision on his own. He had to wait for the assistant as well, because I'm not sure they saw it very well, but they knew what they saw. And so much argument on that line.
Well, controversy the order of the day at this moment, and of course you would say, well, it is what is going to happen definitely, because Rivers United, you know, they would not let that go. It's always enough to watch about them. And he's a yellow card now, Sammy.
Yellow card for Ubong Friday. For this end, and there's so many more that could go out to Rivers United players if they don't keep their emotions in check here.
Well, Sammy, you did mention that he didn't take that decision alone by himself. He spoke with the assistant referee, and of course they were there to assist him in making that particular decision. And he would say, yeah, this is one of those moments where you call for a VAR, goal line technology, something in Nigerian football, because these are those moments where, I mean, look at that. There will be a lot of questions, but hey, Rivers United have to restart the game. It's just 2-1. Tosi Oyedeokun is slotting that one beyond the goalkeeper, and we do not have assurance if he did cross the line indeed, because if it was goal line technology, the referee would have the ring on his watch or something to alert him about that. VAR could even have helped us in this situation. But here we are, you know, talking about the use of technology in football, and it's quite a lot talking about the advancement of technology, how it has aided football, and how better the game has been for some of those things that we have seen. Now, what we do not want to see anymore is ugly scenes right there. It is a pre-season tournament, yeah, and of course, whatever the decision that the referee has taken, we must abide by it, because he's the one who calls the shot from the center of the pitch. And of course, despite how you feel about it, you need to be really careful about how you pass the information, about how you pass, you know, what your reservations are as regarding that decision.
Oh, 60th minutes, and I did say Ikorodu City will need to get a goal in the first 15 minutes of the second half if they want to get something from this game. They do have a goal for themselves, but hey, Vic, you asked for the chaos. Now you're asking for it to be reduced.
Maybe not in this fashion because we don't want ugly scenes. And of course, coming off what happened yesterday off the pitch, and all of that, a lot of people will be looking at sanity coming in. And well, I'm happy that the players have gotten on with their jobs, and hopefully there won't be any repeats. And now, Ikorodu bring me with a better confidence, ever since they put that ball, right there in that position.
Getting a goal can do for you. It lifts your spirits, and when it comes in a good time, when you have enough time on the clock to still find something, that's what you get. Free kick to Rivers United. Goalkeeper starting shots. I do think they need to be careful with their playing out from the back and not be too eager. Look at Rashid, just take too long to get to that ball and give it away possession. And Rivers United will look to now come out and maybe see out this game. And Alani says, oh God, boys, you can't do it. And Abdul Razak says, good job, Udo Gift. Free kick, Ikorodu City. Oh, this is the most dangerous time for the two sides. One goal can quickly turn to two, and 2-1 can quickly turn 3-1 as well. Checking quickly, Kelechi. Christian. Coming forward now on the left, here's Ayomide. He's asking for it up front, sent a long cross into the box. David misses it, Malik faces a defender 1v1. Still going Malik, and he's pulled back. Good defending, Rivers United. They go ahead to lose possession again. Ayomide. Outside of full pass, fine Tosi. David looking for that first touch pass into Gift, and he's brought down. Oh, that's Malik winning the free kick. They'll need to be stronger in some of those situations. Odinaka. Tosin. Michael. Goalkeeper so high up the pitch. Long ball. Keith Tudor brings it down the chest. Kelechi. Tosin. Tosin's pass is cut out. Now they come forward through that center. Coverage by Odinaka. United have numbers coming forward. Here they come close to the box. Chance for a strike, and goes for a pass. Okon instead. And out of play for a goal kick. You know, that's the danger. You can post for Ikorodu City when they want to play that game out from the back, and they don't do it quickly. David. Malik cuts inside. Heavy touch. Gives away possession. He's not been tidy with his touches. Flag goes up. Now. Christian. Ayomide up front for Arumala, who's got a defender with him. 1v1 against Isaac Ano. Just looking for that space. Good defending Ano, but Arumala still in possession. And they do well to team up on him and get possession out. Kelechi stomping in, winning possession for Ikorodu City. Ayomide passes back really heavy, cross that one. And Rashid with possession and going back. Christian. Long ball forward, looking for David. How to play for Rivers United throw. Zachariah doing well. A chubby winning the throw of Malik.
Well, Sammy, reminder that just before the second Rivers United goal went in, someone on the comment section did predict a 2-1 victory, but it was for Ikorodu City. I wonder how that person will be feeling.
Hey, predictions, they mod. Rivers United, who have been more composed on ball, especially when attacking. They look much more like a threat compared to the Ikorodu City side. And Rivers United, they give away possession. Arumala, Kelechi. Arumala to the left. And Arumala cuts onto his favorite fruit. Bentit is still there, Ikorodu City level. Tosi Iridoku, but the flag eventually goes up. Would have been his 5th of the tournament. Well, Arumala forcing the goalkeeper into a very fine save of the side. Taking away Isaacano with a great skill. And good call from the referee.
Well, great call that one is. But then, of course, you look at those moments rather for that side. He was the one who caught the goal earlier on for Tosin, and the easy one was denied Tosin. And of course, both times it looks like he's been right. And of course, you look at Joseph. He's dynamic, and of course, his mobility, what he brings to the table is quite something. Remember, I mentioned earlier on that he's someone who can actually add some bites and pieces. You want to look out for. He's one player that you want to look out for. This coming season, especially with what he's contributed in pre-season right here at the ValueJet competition. And look at that again. What can we say about Tosin Oyedepo? Captain, a leader, a fantastic midfielder, and someone who contributes immensely to how Ikorodu City tick, and of course how they also get goals.
He's the leader, and he shows that a lot of times. And that moment again will give Ikorodu City some confidence going forward. The problem is Rivers United are gradually getting exposed in those 1v1 situations against Arumala and Malik, and that's where the problem is for any team that faces Ikorodu City. You don't want to be exposed in 1v1 situations with your back to goal against these players. They will punish you. And lots of changes now for the two sides. 2 for Ikorodu City. Malik has been withdrawn. It's going to be into introduction of Tomisi Adebayo. And seems like it's also going to be Fidelis Abba, but for Rivers United, Obi Samson will come on. Emmanuel Nunaji will come in as well. Chinedu Sunday, as well as Jude Aleke. 4 changes for Rivers United, 2 for Ikorodu City. Miracle Chinasa has come on for Ikorodu City, as well as Tomisi Adebayo.
Or something, you look at that run again from Joseph, and you say, look at that now. The defenders not communicating well with their position, and they were only spared with that positioning of Tosin in that run because there were two men who were supposed to be on him, but then the second man dropped deeper than Joseph, that space actually created something, that could have burned that goal. But then, of course, Ikorodu City have a lot of work to do, really, because, you get in those spaces, you achieve that. Against Rivers United, they do not open a lot of chances like that, and you have to really, really get your chances right each time you get them. Make use of those chances, utilize them as fast as possible, hit them with surgical precision, and maybe, just maybe, you get the victory against them.
Rivers United have to come out and try again to maybe get a goal that puts this scoreline beyond reasonable doubt. But the problem is they expose themselves in the process. And here's Ikorodu City coming forward. The pass just too heavy for Malik. For who's just come on. In the comment section, some Kwara United fans are there and saying, oh, my own Biseme Kwara United just win this evening. Kolawai Abdulaziz. Rivers United coming forward. Good passing behind the defense. Goalkeeper comes out, misses it. Defender, striker goes down looking for a penalty. Referee says play on. Poor goalkeeping, but Ikorodu City come forward. Here's Tommy C. Joseph is free on the left. Can they find him? Yes, they do. In possession. Two running into the box up front. 1v1, well, 2v1. It gets past his man, goes down. Referee points to the spot. Penalty, Ikorodu City. What a game. And they are furious. And the trickery of this man, Joseph Arumala, is absolutely out of this world. My word.
Well, I was just talking about him, what he does. His uncanny ability to conjure the impossible in moments. And how do we go from a penalty decision here? Look at that. We need to see in slow-mo. Look at the goalkeeper. That is quite something now. And then the build-up goes on. And then we go on to the other end. Look at that. The ball centers into midfield. And the tap. And then look at that. He waits for his run and finds him. And then look at that. He's gotten beyond the defender in this instant. Oh boy, oh boy. The defender conniving to send him down. And Rivers United, we know.
Well, contention on the penalty call for Ikorodu City after what they feel was a denied penalty for them. Rivers United will feel hard done, and that's why they're contesting the penalty. Goalkeeper out of the goal. And maybe a chance now for Tosin to get that fourth goal of the tournament. He's the leading scorer already. It seems like Rivers United. The goalkeeper, Asage, returning to goal. Well, moments, just moments. A game that was certainly going to give us moments like this. From one end of the pitch to another end of the pitch, drama here and there, on the final there as well. Crazy.
My belly just the fool. I mean, I asked for it, right? And yeah, I'm being served in double portion. Uh, you know, you look at all of that. And you ask what exactly goes on with Rivers United in moments like this. I know we want chaos, we want entertainment, and all of that. But then sometimes the way you go about your protests says a lot about you, really. And yes, we definitely want to see improvement on that. Rather, it's not just about how you play the football; it's also about how you deal with situations like this, really. And it's a penalty right here, Sammy.
And Shaw is the captain to take. He's scored 1 penalty in this competition. He has 3 already goals and is the leading scorer. And this one, he sends it low to the goalkeeper side. He's got 4 before. Now, he gets his 5th. Otosin Oyedoku. And just like that, Ikorodu City are back on level terms in this match.
Well, Sammy, you talk about how he's taking that penalty. Look at that. It beyond the goalkeeper, who, well, he has his hands outstretched, but he had made that dart to the left-hand side first before having to turn back and try and save it on his right-hand side. And yes, Rivers United will be smart enough to letting a 2-goal lead out of the grasp. I mean, how have they done that? They have not been careful, really. And, of course, benefiting from those mistakes from Ikorodu City in the first 45 minutes, and now making mistakes of their own in the back line is not something that they want to see again and again. They have to work on that. Well, this is why we have the pre-season games on. And, of course, they can actually adjust on final touches on that one.
Well, he's now the only player to have 2 braces in this tournament. Tosin Oyedoku had a brace in the previous game, and the win against Remo, and has a brace now, and he's on a hat-trick. And maybe he will be the first player to score a hat-trick in this 2025 edition of the ValueJet Cup. Both goals in the game today has come by him. First assist by Joseph Arumala. Second one, the penalty won by Joseph as well. And you can see the importance of these guys to the team. He's got 2 now. And maybe he's going to hire hat-trick Tosin Oyedoku. And it's dangerous times now for Rivers United. Very, very dangerous times.
Well, Sammy, I know people would want to see the game end this way. Well, it's not been anything short of entertainment in Boston sports. And of course, we would like to see more goals, really. I think it's something that would keep giving us those goosebumps, those moments. And look at this moment of trepidation. Quick.
Oh, Rivers United goalkeeper has come off his line. He's lost the ball. Joseph Arumala dribbles in from outside, drives at the defender. Too heavy to push. I did think he did too much in that. He should have released the ball a long time ago to a defender, to another player who was free, because the goalkeeper was off his line.
Well, Joseph fancied a chance for himself. He was trying to fashion something out for himself right there. That's the only thing I can see from what he's done right there, because he should have done better. He had men waiting in the box. He had men waiting, and of course, he could have actually gotten something on it himself later on. But look at what he chose that in the final third, and there will be questions hanging around that. He had the chance to give them the win, and I was just asking for more goals.
Oh, have a look at that. Goalkeeper comes off, gets past the first man. And look at this. Joseph recovers possession here. He couldn't play it one time. Fine. You could send it here to Tosin. Send it to this other man on the left-hand side. But he elected to go on his own. And in the end, just pushed it too much. Easily could have had Ikorodu City in front. And more problems for Rivers United. Tempo Emeka is down on the turf. Play will resume. Corner kick. Rivers United cross into the box. Get their heads to it. And they're clearing their lines, but still there. Chance. And the pass a little too heavy. Goal kick for Ikorodu City.
Well, Sammy, what a moment it would have been for Joseph Arumala. Very influential in this game. And, it took that extra touch, took the wrong decision, went to the wrong channel, and here we are, still a 2-0 draw right here for a game that promises so much. These are the moments that you actually, question the decision-making of certain players, and maybe it's something that they need to consistently work on, get their heads fully in the game, and decide the best way possible for the sake of the team.
Rivers United coming forward now. They can still halt Ikorodu City. I mean, after going 2-2, and a third goal for Rivers United will dampen the pressure, but all the advantages for Ikorodu City because they have the increasing tempo right now. And that's a poor cross from Gift. It's going to be changes now. Another one for Rivers United. There's introduction of Yowa Douglas. And replacing Shea Oguntayo in the middle of the park. And Rivers United starting shots, wanted to play out from the back. And they do play out. Temple. Omaka, he almost gets robbed by Toby Singh. What a moment that would have been. Ano puts it out. Doesn't join the bandwagon of passing out from the back. Ikorodu City gain possession only as far as Ochobi. And brings it forward for the side. Good football. Here they come. Junior Christian just stepping in to solve the problem. Michael kicks long in goal. Omaka, Joseph steals it from him, but can't get past Anthony. Free kick to Rivers United. Well, a tense end to this game. We are in the final 7 minutes of the match. And a goal for any of these two sides now will definitely be the winner. Well, after this, we will have the match against the of Remo Stars and Abia Warriors. Both teams already warming up, so shouldn't be so long the break between the end of this and the start of that. Well, temporarily as it stands, here's what the table looks like. Ikorodu City will go on top. 11 points with Kwara United, but a better goal difference. And Rivers United will remain where they are. Now Remo Abia Warriors will be next. A win for Abia Warriors will take them to the top of the table. But a draw for them will see them remain where they are. And a loss will see Remo Stars go to 7 points. But still maybe only a third on the table. Joseph Arumala comes forward again. He's exposed 1v1. I know Arumala cuts back and shoots inside. That time doesn't call his effort.
Sammy, I think he's too anxious to actually win the game on his own. He wants to take the game by his scruff of the neck and ensure that proceedings go his way. His name is the one being sung and chanted clearly by the fans. But hey, there are ways to go about this business, and of course, he has to do better with his execution, really, and his decision making in the final touch. You look at the situation where they are in, and look at the bodies inside the box. You know, thin lines, and fine margins, really.
Ikorodu City still in possession and looking to create something. Arumala racing onto that one, finds it. Arno with him. He needs support. Forced to go back, wins a throw-in. Kelechi, Ayomide. Defender needs to be careful. Brings it down very well. Odinaka has a man on him. Kelechi lets it roll out to Ayomide. And that pass is to no one in particular, but Rivers United come forward themselves. Gifudo is backtracking. Gets possession. Finds Michael in goal. And now they can play out from the back again. Kelechi. Michael. Tosin. Chinaza is raising up front. Tosin cuts back into the middle. And finds Christian. Here's Ayomide. Joseph back to Ayomide. Joseph going forward, driving through bodies, getting past two, but not deterred. Tomisi looking to switch play to the other side to find Gift. He does find him. First touch inside is good, but the defender reads it well. And good call from the center referee. Call for a foul for that talk back. Rivers United now with a chance. Christian defending and putting out a play for a corner. What an end to the game we are having. Cross comes in, headed out. Rivers United in possession on the right. Looking to send bodies in the box. Arno comes back. Anthony. And go all the way back to Buluwaji. Just past the halfway line. Pass to Elias is a little poor, but it does well to keep possession, not to be robbed. And Rivers United coming forward, looking to create a chance of their own. Throwing to the pride of Rivers. What an intense end to the game we're having. Here's Rivers United. Oh, Mark Anthony creates space for himself. Good cross. Nobody's attacking that one. Goal kick, Ikorodu City. Oh, but these two teams still want to win. Rivers United still trying to create. Well, loose ball. Rivers United come forward. You've got a chance to strike from distance. That one wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. Ikorodu City can restart again. Christian. Tosi gets his body in front of the ball, wins a free kick. Christian. Odinaka. Tommy Singh. Chubby on the left wins a free kick. Rivers United have a chance now to create something deep into the half of Ikorodu City with this throw. Out of play for a corner. 90 minutes passed into stoppage time now. Rivers United seems like they're going back to the usual format of draws. The competition of 5 games, they've had just 1 win and 3 draws and 2 draws. Just runs with the ball too much and runs into traffic. Now Miracle Chinas had a player racing into the box. Should have let him go. But Rivers United coming forward now. They've got a chance to create of their own. Cross comes in all the way to the goalkeeper.
Well, Sammy, I think the striker is the one who's made him run into traffic in that position because his timing of movement out of the sea of defenders in there into that space was wrong. The channel he chose to run into was also wrong. You look at it again, I think we should get a good view of that again because his movements, his timing of his movement, everything wrong in a moment. Look at how they've won the ball and then have to look at that now.
Tommy C does the hard thing right, but his pass is too short. Arumala comes inside. He's hacked down. Free kick. Just at the edge of the box. "93 minutes, free kick chance. Arumala has struck the crossbar once, has another chance over the wall, and this time doesn't trouble the goalkeeper at all. Oh, this should be the last moment. Goal kick to Rivers United. I doubt we're going to see another goal in this game. This should be where it ends. Rivers United though come forward. Cross blocked. Still in possession, Rivers United. Crosses into that danger area. Evades everybody. Chinesa brings the ball forward for Ikorodu City. Good pass first time to Tosin. Gets past his man. He's brought down. And that quick break just halted. Here's Christian. 94 minutes. Maybe one last chance. Good pass. Gift is onside. 2 waiting in the box. Delays his cross and just wastes it. It's a throw-in to Ikorodu City. Miracle crosses into the box, is deep, and Rivers United doing well to shoot that one and forcing it out for a goal kick. Yeah, the offside flag goes up. Good call. Just trickled into the offside position. Ikorodu City. 96. This should be the last. Rivers United coming forward, maybe to create one last chance. Yeah, they are. They come close. A chance to unleash a shot. Out wide on the right. Bodies in the box. Good clearance, Odinaka. But maybe Ikorodu City can turn defense into attack now. Ball forward looking for Rumala. He can't keep it in play. No, he cannot. Well, what an end to this game we are having. Intense.
Intensity, yeah, and of course it's a frenetic pace right here. You can see the electricity buzzing around the stadium, and of course both sides now look like they just want to have a last go at it. Well, sadly not.
Referee says no, he's seen enough. It's ended full time. A game of two halves. First half for Rivers, second half for Ikorodu City. But it's a share of the spoils, 1 point each. And the chances of these two teams, especially Ikorodu City, being the champion of the ValueJet Cup, has just dropped a lot further. Now Abia Warriors and Kwara United can dream very big. It's full time. Timothy Zacharias opening goal. Urban Fridays a penalty cancelled out by Tosin Edoku's goal in the second half and his penalty. He's got a brace, 5 goals in the tournament. He's the leading scorer, and I don't think he's going to be dethroned. It's full time here in this match 1 of match day 5. Rivers United 2, Ikorodu City 2.